Today on the podcast, we have Mermaid, an alternative genreless duo made up of Candace Quarrels and Brittany Campbell, who take us on a journey of deep love and selfless truth through their music and relationship.
This is a little toxic, whatever. This is my own opinion. I don't speak for Brittany. But something about...
I'm so curious as to what you're about to say.
I know.
What are you about to say, Candace?
I don't know, like...
Well, here's the thing. I've got a surprise for you.
What's tea?
It's a present. I got a present for you.
I was in a household of Sagittariuses and Scorpios, so...
Well, guess what? Your fourth house is ruled by Sag.
Screaming.
Which is like... So that's home.
Like, I want to crawl into your skin. I want to live there.
Yes.
And survive on your blood.
You guys, we're back for another season of AstroLyrical. And I am so excited that we have Mermaid. I always want to say mermaids, but it's Mermaid.
Mermaid.
Just
Mermaid.
one. Single. Two ladies.
One mermaid.
One mermaid. It seems like you're both fairly spiritual. And I know you came from kind of different backgrounds, different religious affiliations, things like that. But you both have become more into the spiritual faith than like religious faith, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I feel like my family, I'm first generation American. My family is Jamaican. And I was always told growing up, your mom and like all the women in our family are witches, and we're spiritual. This is a spiritual family. Like,
wow.
Even though, it's kind of like blanket Christianity. Sure, I wasn't raised in church or anything, and
yeah,
it was just always emphasized that it's more about like spirit and what you feel and
I love
love,
that.
et cetera, et cetera.
So, do you feel like you are internally a witch? I mean, do you connect with that witchiness in terms of whatever that means to you?
I feel like I look for divinity, and I can source it from myself.
Yeah.
See it in other people. And
I love that.
All things.
I love that. And what about you, Candace? Do you feel that inner witch, or how is your background in religion and all that kind of transformed to where you are now?
I grew up in a pretty religious household. My parents are very religious, like Southern Baptists. I'm from West Memphis, Arkansas, and like grew up going to church every Sunday and singing in the church choir. And I went to a private Christian music school for college.
Yeah.
But even like in going to church, it's always for me felt like this super fluid and personal relationship with like a higher purpose versus like this indoctrined like King James version of God, you know. And I've definitely found more of that as I've been by myself, like as an adult in the world, and being in theater and just having my world blown open by like my friends and chosen family. That has shifted a lot. And as I got older, I got into crystals and witchcraft and herbalism, and I'd consider myself like a kitchen witch. Like our like dining area has like a wall full of herbs
an
and
apothecary.
You have a whole home apothecary. That's pretty witchy.
Yeah. So like if someone's got an ailment, I'm like,
she saved her cousin's leg. I just have to say that just because like that's
cute.
so cool.
I need to hear the story. So you saved a leg. Okay.
She saved a leg. The leg was gonna come on. It was gonna be amputated.
I love to hear you tell it.
I don't know the details of the story. I just know that she made a
You're
poultice.
all humble. You're like, I didn't.
No. She made a poultice. Her cousin's leg was all blackened.
Yeah,
there was a huge welt.
He had a 4-wheeler like fall on him. Like back home, we go mudding when it rains. Like you get like your like the 4-wheelers and you go through the mud and have a good time.
Yeah.
But he did a trick and the 4-wheel fell on his leg, and he thought he was fine. Like he went to the doctor and they were like,
he was like, I'll literally walk it off. Not
they were
even.
like, ice it. And I was visiting and I was looking, I was like, that just doesn't look right. Like, can I just like make something for you to put on it? And I like pulled herbs from the kitchen and like teas that I packed and mashed them up and wrapped it up. And
Wow.
he kept it on there for a day, and all of the blood localized to that spot. And he went to the doctor because it started like throbbing a bit.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
they went there and they were like, oh my goodness, if you hadn't have done this, I didn't really, I don't think it was my intention for that to happen. I think it was just more so like intuitive.
Yeah.
It was your intuition.
Yeah. But that is the story of the leg.
I
They
just
like
think that's
drained
that
it
is the
and
story
they
of
were
the
like
The
story of the leg is
the
funny.
leg.
I love that. But that's super cool. And I really, again, you know, I did a deep dive on both your charts, and you both have a lot of this like mystical, intuitive, like energy, but especially you, Candace, like you have so much in the 12th, you have so much in Pisces. And I just feel like you intuited, you know, channeled what you needed to do to help. And that was something that you could do right then and there. And not a lot of people would have even known, like, what do I even put on this?
Yeah,
I mean,
thank
that's
goodness.
random, like, to do that and to have it work.
Yeah.
You know? So that's amazing.
Thank you. Cool. Yeah. The herbs. I
The
think they're
herbs.
so cool. I think
I love that.
it's amazing that like this planet that we are made on and we come from provides everything we need.
Yeah.
Like it's all right here around us.
We don't really need much. I mean, we add so much.
Yeah.
But we don't really need it.
Yeah.
Like, we'd be fine. Probably
be
happier
fine.
if we didn't have it, truthfully.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's like, you know, that's like a whole nother, we could get to the big America. They're making us sick. All we need to do is go
big
in the
pharma.
backyard and
Yeah.
eat the grass and we'll be just fine.
Honestly, that's kind of what I want to get back to.
I know, right?
Like, yeah, just get back to the land, start growing more stuff. But I love, it seems like, so especially you grew up in a more religious household, Baptist, but it seems like you don't have any, it doesn't seem, is there negativity with that? Is there any anger at that? Or is it completely like you accept how you grew up and you were able to kind of transmute that into your own spirituality now? Like, is there any kind of feeling about that? Or are you okay with it?
No, I think I'm okay with it. And I also acknowledge that I grew up pretty sheltered. Like, I think my parents have spun, and especially in my childhood and my early 20s, like their philosophy in religion has always been love. Like they're so open. I think as they're getting older and like more fearful of death in some ways, they're starting to become a little bit more closed off and like to the Bible. They're just like the
Just
Lord.
getting scared about stuff.
About
Yeah.
getting older
Yeah.
and
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's very much so like, I hope you're reading the Bible but that wasn't what it was like growing up. It was, I went to a family church. My mom has 21 siblings. She's one of 21.
so cousins.
Yeah,
It's like,
the family's huge. And like my uncle was the pastor. Everyone who went to the church, we were relatives. It just felt like a family reunion every Sunday. And the sermons were usually like focused in love, and we ate together afterwards.
And
like
that's beautiful.
Yeah, there was no for me, there was no like damage. It was always just like a message of loving people as much as you can and
I love
not
that.
judging. And yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful. And really, it comes down to whatever gives you peace, right? Like
Yeah.
for me, I've said this before, astrology and spirituality is what gives me peace. It gives me a sense of understanding about myself. It gives me a sense of understanding about the world that we live in and what's going on and the transits and like, okay, you know, not to be scared. It's not about being fearful. It's just about being aware.
Yeah.
And like for me, that's what astrology is. But like I totally respect, for some people, it is religion, it is any faith, whatever works for you.
Yeah.
So it
whatever
sounds
the way in
Yeah.
that is. I believe that too.
Faith. Just having faith.
just
in
having
something.
faith.
Yeah.
And I like how you've worked with that, because I know we've talked to some people who grew up in a very religious household, but it was damaging for them. It was
Yeah.
damaging of who they were. It was damaging of what they wanted to become. But in return, it did give them a lot to work with in their music.
Yeah.
And that was interesting, and so that's why I was curious how that was for you, both because of some things I saw in the chart, but also just based on your experience being, in a Baptist church and now being more spiritual. But I like your vibe. I mean, I like what, how you've worked with it.
Yeah. I think I know it's not a very like streamlined experience. I think my parents did a good job in that way. And I'm an only child and I'm a dreamer. Like it's always been I hear a thing and I turn it into whatever I need it to be.
I love that. You're a dreamer. Like the song. But I did want to talk about, because there was that song that, let me see, where did I have that now? It seems like there are certain songs in your album, Iridescence, that do have to do with religion, right? Like Broken Silence. That's the one I was thinking of. Sorry, I had to find it. But Broken Silence, I was curious because when I heard that song, I was trying to understand if that was a relationship to religion, if that was a relationship to just what you were trying to find. I was also thinking about it with the chart. So I was curious what that song kind of means to you.
Yeah, that one we each wrote our own verse.
Right, and sang different I could hear that, yeah.
I think the genesis of that song came, if I can like remember, because at the time, a lot of the music was written when my mom and I were estranged, when I told her that Candace and I were together, and, me coming from a Jamaican background, they can be homophobic. So
right. So they were not okay.
Like, there's no room in my life for it. So, it was a really intense time for me. It changed the way I thought about love. It changed my relationship to people. And I was sifting through a lot of like what that meant in terms of my relationship to like a higher thing, or what I thought expansive love should be, what it should look like, how I should embody it. And I think that's why it starts with the line, is it like my God to be like everyone else?
Yeah.
Gather all my pieces, make love my reason. Like, I just was unsure of how to navigate the truth of how I felt, the truth of just wanting to love whoever, accept love in whatever vessel, however it comes, versus the backlash and the consequence of that,
I see that.
So that's what that was the jumping off point. And then
I think for me, and a lot of whenever I wrote a verse of mine or whatever, I think the past 5 years, 10 years, really, I mean, not 10, maybe like 7, have been this disappointment in relationship and friendship. And I think even more recently in the past 2 years, which I guess that's not in this music, more of a self-reflection of my own piece in it. But I think in the time of writing this song, I was so hurt and felt so overwhelmed and like
by your
like
friends.
I can't breathe.
Wow.
Like I felt cagey a lot. I felt like I couldn't trust people. I felt like, I'd been disillusioned of this story of what like life and friendship and is, and it just I was in a very big space of questioning at that time. Like, what is friendship? What is God? What is like what this idea of heaven and paradise? Like, I think that's where I was coming from there. It was more so of a like reflection of like, I'm so let down.
Well, and you've been going through your Saturn return. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And
it's been a brutal one.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. And because with all that, it was, I feel like Saturn returns are such a reckoning of everything. And, again, you've said how into astrology you are, so, you know your chart, I'm sure, but you've got Saturn in Pisces.
Yeah.
Pisces, the sign of disillusionment. I mean, of illusion, of fantasy. And then you've got Saturn coming right smack on it, being like, this is not real. What you thought was real isn't actually
not real.
And you have to kind of work. I mean, I understand. I have a lot of Pisces in my chart. So I understand that feeling of fantasy and wanting to see the best in people and wanting to see how good people can be and like the highest high. Like it doesn't have to be all like structured. It can be wide open and people can be beautiful. And that's like the gorgeous thing about Pisces.
Yeah.
But then sometimes we get let down because the truth is that doesn't always happen. People aren't what you expect. Yeah. And people aren't able to live up to the vision you had in your head for them.
Absolutely.
So that's hard.
I think in my Saturn's return, I faced that, and I also faced it in looking at myself. Like, I have this vision of the person that I am and my intentions, but what I deliver can often not be that.
Yeah.
Like, I have had to look at myself and my own actions and really dig into like, well, I didn't mean that. Like, surely they know me. And like, but it's like, no, girl, like, you know you and you have this vision of who you are. But like, in a lot of ways, that can be delusional. Like, people only can receive you in what you are consistently giving them. And like, I can love someone so much, but if the me that they feel like they receive more often than not is not loving, then like, we're at a my reality and their reality isn't overlapping, and it's my responsibility to be aware of that. And
that's what Saturn wants. Saturn wants you to take responsibility.
That's the lesson.
Yeah, it's the lesson. And as soon as you take responsibility, then Saturn's like, good job. You're good. I'm gonna
ease off of it.
Ease off. Oh my God. Because that's the thing with Saturn. It is relentless. And if you are not paying attention to the lessons that are coming at you right now, then it's just going to get even worse and even harder. Not to make it sound all doom and gloom, but Saturn is the teacher.
Break it all down for you to rebuild it.
Exactly. And again, because you have Saturn in Pisces, Mercury in Pisces, all in your 12th house, I mean, that is a lot of water. But then it's interesting because you also have the sun in Aries in the 12th house.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting combination of like all this like etherealness and intuition and emotion and all this stuff. And then your sun is there in this fiery sign. And it's almost like, I almost feel like it's like there's fire and then it's getting like dampened down by water.
Yeah.
It just feels like there's so much water in that place that the Aries part of you, which is like strong and assertive and knows what you want and all this stuff, is like not able to come out as much because it's overwhelmed with all the water and what other people want.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's hard.
Or like I think I've been relating it as like, you know, and I'm Aries in 0 degree. It's like at that, the Fool card, like the beginning of the journey of Aries. I feel very much so like a Pisces that was like thrown on an Aries boat and is like, wait, we're going to war? Like, okay.
You're like, I guess I'm going. I guess I'm coming out.
Yeah.
I don't know. My friend has the same birthday as you. And that, that 21st, that cuspal energy is tough. Whenever anyone's born on a cusp, I think that's hard because you have to integrate these two energies together. And like you said, you're like, I'm an Aries, but I don't really feel like an Aries.
And then when it comes out, the Ariesness, it's so emotional.
Right.
And people can be like, that is really intense.
Right. Well, but also, you know, you've got that Scorpio Moon too, which is right next to Pluto in the 8th house of Scorpio. So it's like wham, bam, like just that is a triple whammy of water, of emotion, of intensity. But the thing is, it's like there's incredible power within it too.
Yeah.
And that's
just
right.
I'll get there.
Right.
I mean, I have, you know, it's
a journey
to harness.
You're not meant to get there from the get-go.
Yeah.
It's meant to be that you flow into it. And the thing is, and we'll talk about both your charts together, but what's interesting is that you both have your north nodes in the 7th house of partnership and relationship. And you have it in Pisces, which again, there's so much that I feel from like your connection together that we'll talk about when we look at the synastry chart, but just looking at it even individually, you have so many similarities. There's so many ways that I feel like you help each other grow. And there's, you know, I mean, you're like, I don't even like her.
That's Brittany's hosties. That's how she loves. Well, no, with me.
Capricorns are misunderstood.
Okay. I know. No.
Deeply.
Jules, producer Jules, is a Capricorn.
Misunderstood. So
well, we're going to get into your chart too, Brittany. Don't you worry. But it is interesting seeing the charts. But it's like your North Node is in Scorpio. So it's like there is all this deep power within you. And I know how a Pisces is because I feel it for myself. It is hard to harness our true power because we're like, no, like don't worry about it. Like it's not about us. It's about someone else. We absorb whoever's around us, and it's hard to be ourselves. But you're an Aries, and that is the sign of the individual. That is like, I am here. So like tapping into that, I think, is an important thing. Yeah. You know?
I feel like when I was younger, I was a lot more able. Well, I mean, and I can be so selfish. I can. Mm-hmm. But when I was younger, I was a lot like bolder, fiery.
Yeah.
And, like, said whatever. My emotions were, I mean, they still are. But I feel like as I've gotten older, I'm more insecure about it all.
Of course.
Like, I just want people to understand me. I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to, but I think I'm in a place now, like towards the end of my Saturn's return. I turned 30 this year. Mm-hmm. And I've learned so much from Britt. Britt is always like, just be who you are.
Yeah.
Like, and whoever is cool with that is supposed to be here with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
whoever appreciates that will understand it.
You don't have to be so nice. Like, I'm trying to shed niceness so that I can be more genuinely kind.
I get that.
Because I can often resent people because I'm like, I'm so nice and I'm like
I do that for them.
Why? Like, why don't they return it? And it's like, I want to get out of that, like, just to be kind without expecting return, because more often than not I'm disappointed.
It's hard feeling disappointed when, again, people don't live up to the fantasy that maybe you had. And I feel like for me it's really hard. And again, you have it also close to that ascendant, and Brittany, we're going to talk about your moon right there too, but like, it's just interesting. When you have a lot of planets in the 12th house, it's like that's going towards the ascendant. And so there is this hard line of boundaries of who I am, who they are, what I'm taking in from them. And sometimes I feel like it's almost an energetic thing. Like I'll go, I don't know if you feel this way, but sometimes I'll go somewhere and I feel so much energy from so many different people because it's like a sponge. You're taking it in from this person who you don't even know. It's like, why am I taking in that person's energy? But when you're sensitive and absorbent in that Piscean kind of way, it's hard to literally have the boundaries. And I want to talk about your song Boundaries that goes into that. But it really is hard when you're a Pisces to have that. And so you have to on the daily work towards finding that for yourself. And like, how do I separate myself? And I want to talk about the working relationship you guys have as well as the personal one. But especially when you're working with another person, how do I assert myself and not just take in everything that they want or everything that they are? How do I communicate my own needs? And so I definitely want to talk more about that. But I don't know. I'm just, as a Pisces person, I really get the struggle.
It's a struggle.
The struggle's real.
It's a struggle. You just want to like keep the boat smooth and like put your head in the sand. But like that doesn't serve anyone.
I get it. It's
Brittany's whole thing all the time. She's like, you just have to communicate with me. Communicate.
Right. And I love that Brittany's a person who's just like, please tell me, you know, but you've got Saturn right next to your Mercury, and that's a hard place.
It's hard to talk.
Or
I talk, but it's like, it's flowers.
Right.
It's like,
maybe it's not what you really mean.
Around the bush.
Yes. It's around the bush.
Yeah. And I sometimes say things I don't mean because I'm like, you're seeing this and that's real and it's because of, and I'm like, wait, that's actually not what it's because. Why am I over explaining? And and then landing in an untruth because I'm like,
because you're trying to
Yeah.
But I feel like you actually communicate pretty well. I've met some people with Mercury and Pisces and they don't make any sense. I hate to say it, but I've met some people. I'm like, what are you even saying? Like, I can't even understand you.
I think I have those moments.
Well, I think the Saturn helps. Hi, guys. I just wanted to take a pause outside of the episode to give everyone a little bit of a break from what we're talking about. I know that all this information is a lot to absorb, but I hope you're enjoying it. And if you would like to learn more about astrology or any other information with it, you can go to my website, LiliRoseAstrology.com. Enjoy the episode. It's an interesting place wherever Saturn is, because wherever Saturn is, that can represent like a father figure. Sometimes the moon represents the mother, the Saturn represents the father. And so it being right there next to your Mercury, I'm curious about your childhood. I'm curious about, were you allowed to express yourself, and were you allowed to fully connect with your ethereal? It sounds like you had a pretty good childhood, but were you allowed to connect to your truly ethereal mysticalness as a child? Or was there stuff that blocked it a bit? Was there authority issues that blocked?
You can chime in too.
No, go ahead.
Because we talk about this a lot. We are always digging into like
childhood.
Yeah. My mom is a principal. She's a Virgo. With a Scorpio Moon.
Oh. Sounds intense.
And my dad is an artist. Cancer with an Aquarius moon.
And it's interesting. You have Cancer right on that fourth cusp right there.
Oh, wow.
So that could show up as like a Cancerian type home. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was definitely that.
Yes.
And we were very close, but I was a highly emotional child. And it scared my parents often.
Oh, okay.
Which led to them really encouraging me reading. Books are like my ultimate escape and have been my entire life. Like, I feel like I got to live out that like ethereal mysticism in books. Like, I would just, and still do, I just like consume, like lose myself in a story, escape in magic in a book.
Yeah.
And I think growing up, when those emotions were really big, and you know, it's not that they just didn't understand it. Like, they didn't understand why everything affected me so much, which then led to me being like, okay, well, I have to hide it, and realizing like, it's all over me. Like, I feel like I'm hiding it because I'm not speaking about it, but everyone around me can feel my energy, which then led to me like escaping. Like, I just would go to my room and like be alone and read for hours and hours. It led
because
to
that was the only way to work with the emotion you felt. And so your parents were not, they didn't know how to work with the emotions you felt.
Yeah, we did not talk through things in that way.
Okay.
And even now, like, I was crying, having some sort of a meltdown, and called my dad, who's like my best friend. My mom, I can talk to her, but she just holds everything. Like, I am often like, I feel like I can't share things with you because then you have a grudge against my friend that I'm going to forgive in a week. I just want to vent. Like,
that's tough.
You know what I mean?
To feel like everything you say is gonna, I mean, that is kind of Scorpios. I do feel like they kind of like hold it and obsess, and it's like a vault. It's like deep ocean. But it's interesting to me with your mom being a you said she was a Virgo sun, or
Virgo Sun, Scorpio Moon. Well, and just it's like me.
Yeah, and that's the thing that's interesting, because again, with the moon, that says a lot about your mom, the mother relationship, how you saw your mom in your eyes.
Yeah, I mean, very similar to me in that she feels a lot, and she won't talk about it, but it's felt. Yes. And I think
the Virgo is keeping it all contained.
Yeah, and it is.
Yeah. That's interesting. Was there any kind of birth trauma or any kind of trauma within the...
I was premature by about like 2 months. I was supposed to be born in May.
Oh, wow.
But other than that, no. I mean, I was a sickly child. I'm a sickly girl. My immune system is like terrible.
I agree with that.
You seem good.
It's not giving sickly. I think it's
I
your
get like
fantasy.
5 colds a year. I get the flu every year. My eyes are always infected. Like, what?
This is a new development.
Yeah.
The eyes are new. Development.
The eyes are a new thing.
Yeah, it's a new thing this year with the fires. Yeah.
The fires.
But
I mean, that's real. That's real. It's not you. It's just the world we live in. That's the thing. You are a sensitive being, and the world we live in is not a sensitive place. So that's making you feel sick.
okay,
Honestly, it is not you. It is the world that we live in.
I appreciate that.
No, it's true. But it's interesting to me. Like, I feel like and what's interesting to me is, again, you have that North Node going in Scorpio in the 7th house. So that's really talking about your connection with others. That deep, intense emotional connection that you are craving to have with other people.
All the time. I think that's also in my Venus. I have Venus and Aquarius in the 11th house. And it's like,
have it.
Yeah, we both have it.
Which is interesting.
Yeah. And I think the different houses matter a lot, because Britt is always like, you can't be Venus and Aquarius. But I think because
I don't know what the houses mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the 11th house of it also, it's like at home. It's like almost like double Aquarius.
Yes, it's in its happy place.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that equals out to relationship meaning so much to me. Like, my friends, like this love, my parent, like, I am so deeply affected, and I'm always craving connection in it.
Yeah.
Which I think is also why I've had to work so hard on like breaking my relationship of like unrealistic expectations, or because it would lead to resentments, or you know, not being able to fully show up in the ways that my intentions are, but yeah, it's like relationships are everything to me. Friendship is everything to me.
And that's so true. And it is interesting because you've got that Venus. So it's interesting because you've got all this water, heavy emotion, heavy feeling, heavy sensitivity, like caring so much about people and things. And then it's interesting with that Venus and Aquarius, because Aquarius is so detached. It's all intellectual. It's all unconventional. It's all like, we don't have to do things by the book.
Yeah.
And like, we don't even have to be emotionally, like a Venus and Aquarius is not as emotionally involved. It's more like intellectual. It's more like, what can we do for the collective? I love my groups. I love my friends. I love my people. So that is interesting. But I do think where your node is going is forming these deep, intense bonds with people, allowing that partnership, not being afraid of that.
Yeah.
In terms of like being able to connect with your emotional self, doing therapy, understanding your feelings. Like, is that something that is accepted and talked about in the Baptist culture, you know?
Ooh, that's a good question. I mean, I don't really know I know that majority of my family is not in therapy. Right. You know, and I think when they do speak of feelings, it is in like an outburst or my cup has runneth over.
It blows.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if it's like it could be like a religious result, because they're like, I mean, and my parents even say this now, like if I'm going through something difficult and they don't really know what to say, or they're saying the things that are, I'm like, no, like we shouldn't be thinking that way. I should not push this girl down the stairs. Like, let's not go there.
Right.
They'll be like, you know, well, you just got to give it up to God. Like that, you know, that's the answer to it all.
And you're like, I love you guys, but that's
go
not.
Talk to God. Like, are you reading your Bible? And I'm like, I don't think that reading a book of the Bible is going to help me stop stressing about how much I'm getting paid at work.
Right.
Like, I just want to vent about my
right
fear of poverty. I know there's some people in the Bible who went through it too, but I don't want to
That's
hear
not the
from
answer
them.
for everything.
Yeah.
It's also like a reaction of like diaspora. I think it's like, because there hasn't been, you know, for Black people across many cultures, a lot of space where there is time to dive into that shit. So it's just like, yeah, let's give it up to God and just like keep it going, babes. Like,
right.
By any means necessary.
It's hard work.
You know?
It is not easy work to work with your mind. It is not easy to go through the deep, dark corners, clean up a little bit, see what is really going on here. So I get it. It's like, let's give it up to God.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, I'm busy.
Right? Just give it up to God. It's like basically like sweeping it under the rug. Like, let's just give it up to God. And again, for some people that works, but like, I don't know. Like, it seems like if you have a chart where there's a lot of water, like Scorpio, you can't BS it. You just cannot BS your feelings.
To look at it.
Well, and I'm curious. So speaking of all the Pisces energy, was the song Boundaries? I was just thinking because it's like, I mean, obviously Pisces have no boundaries. They are literally boundaryless. And I was listening to the song and I just was curious, you know, what that song meant to you. Who wrote that song? Whose more like perspective was that song? Was it both your perspectives? Like what is that song for you guys?
Britt sent that song over to me and our producer Sam. You said this to both of us at the same time, I think. And it was basic. It was almost the entire format of the music of the song, and the chorus was, you had the words there, and then the lyrics, the way Brittany usually starts a song is like the music and then she mumbles, like she finds the melody and there's not words.
Yeah, or sometimes I'll like mumble like little keywords and sometimes it'll work, but you know.
But it's good anchors.
Yeah.
And we sat together and wrote the lyrics of that one. And it was about our obsession with it. I mean, it was about each other, wouldn't you say? Yeah, like
sure.
So not really having good boundaries with each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
The codependency of it all.
The codependency
of it all.
I get that. Interesting.
Which sometimes happens, you know.
I think often happens.
Working relationship, personal relationship. I mean, what boundaries?
What boundaries?
What boundaries?
Yeah.
And yeah.
I think that's been a big part of our journey in this past couple of years is finding our I mean, it's so easy when you fall in love to sink into someone. Like
your life becomes their life.
Yeah. And I think it took like a huge shift for us to like really face that and get out of it. Yeah. But I think we've always been aware of it. It's just like a little difficult to step out of. Yeah. And I mean, something about it, this is a little toxic, whatever. This is my own opinion. I don't speak for Brittany. But something about...
I'm so curious as to what you're about to say.
I know.
What are you about to say, Candace?
I don't know, like... I don't think I'll ever do it again. But I think something about being so in love, like so obsessed with someone.
Yeah.
This
is why the books, you know.
You need the books.
I think it's sexy.
You need stuff like Fourth Wing and, you know, 50 Shades of Grey. And you're like, that's
50 Shades of Grey.
The kind of love that I want.
50 Shades of Grey.
Twilight.
Right.
Oh my God. She's like naming the things I've read in high school.
Relationship she loves.
No, I get it though.
And I get it too.
You love Daddy
That's why
Zayden.
people love these books.
Brittany brings up Fourth Wing because she loves it.
Sure, but the can't live without
each other.
I will die, but you know, withering.
Believe me,
blood of my blood.
I mean, I get it. I get it.
I totally get it. No judgment. I think most people have this fantasy of like wanting each other and being obsessed and like you can't think of anyone else. And like, I get it. I go through my own things like that too. It's not.
I love that.
Weird.
I think it's human. That's why. That's why the song, because it's like we all go through bouts of that. We all do want embers of that, and I mean that's like a piece of passion.
Yeah,
it is. Totally. And I get it, especially coming from a Piscean place with the Scorpio energy. It's like I want you to envelop me and me to envelop you, and us be one, and just like that's it.
Like I want to crawl into your skin. I want to live there.
Yes,
and survive on your blood.
I get it.
But you know, we're healing that. We're gonna heal it.
But that's part of the journey, and that's part of what you guys are healing in each other. And it's interesting because kind of moving on to Brittany's chart now, so Brittany doesn't have as much water. It's interesting. Okay, you don't have as much water signs, but you have a lot of planets in water houses.
Tell me about it, babe.
Yes. So it's like you know, we were talking about Candace, kind of like the different energies she's going through. But you were so disappointed when you found out you were a Virgo Rising and a Virgo Moon. What about Virgos are you just like don't click with? What is it?
I'm going to say like the rigidity of their discipline.
Yes.
The level of judgment that are usually associated with them, you know.
Yeah, imbalanced Virgos are judgy.
You know,
for sure, and critical.
But really, that's it, because I have been an artist for so long, and because so much of that has been to like get out of my own way. I was like devastated to find. I was mortified to find.
You were like, no, because you thought you were a Leo.
Moon. Yes.
Well, here's the thing. I've got a surprise for you.
What's tea?
It's a present. I got a present for you. Turns out you are not a Leo, but you've got your Sun, Mercury, and Neptune all in the 5th house, which is the Leo house. Basically, it's like you have these you are Capricorn. You are a Capricorn Sun, Mercury, and Neptune, but it's like you're living in a 5th house world. You're living in a Leonian world.
And this is that's what that really
so
speaks to me.
So you are a Capricorn
Thank
living
you.
in like a space that's very like playful and fun and creative and passionate and like out there, like not afraid to put yourself out there. And Capricorns are definitely more like work oriented and structured and like long-term plans, but Leos just want to have fun.
Yeah.
5th house just wants to have fun.
The dichotomy of both.
Yeah.
I like to, I came from a household of super playful people.
Yeah.
You know, my mom was always like, we all have Peter Pan syndrome, never ever grow up. And so that's just kind of been in my head and just kind of how I want to live and how I do stay creative. So there is that big side of me, but there's also like the worker bee side of me for sure.
For sure. And that's the thing is you've got a lot of Earth energy. I mean, you've got 4 planets in Earth. But again, it's like all those planets in the 5th house are like the actors and they're on the stage of Leo. So they're getting to just be, so it's like, you're not a Leo, sorry, but you are kind of a Leo because you've got all that big 5th house energy, which is beautiful and fun and creative and all that stuff. But, you know, you do have all that earthiness, and that Virgo Moon and Virgo Rising is interesting because, you know, Virgo is it's earthy, but it is intellectual. It's ruled by Mercury. Mm-hmm. So there is a lot of intellectualism. There's a lot of logic and structure and like defining, like, or compartmentalizing, like being able to put this here and organize it and be able to put it in the structure of your mind. Yeah. But then again, you're living in a 12th house world. So it's like that structure, that organization, that being able to organize things is a little bit more cloudy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I'm a person that literally makes lists all day long.
Yeah, and that's very Virgo-y.
Like,
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So you do have
scary.
some Virgo in you.
Scary. It's a list all day long.
That's good.
But I'm also a person that constantly shifts, and I'm constantly like reframing those lists and coming back to the list, reframing. So I feel like the cloud or the chaos theory of it all makes a lot of sense for me. Yeah. I just have a lot of ideas, and you know, But
then you can put them in lists.
Yes.
Good. Oh, see, that's perfect. Yeah. That's kind of perfect for an artist because it's like, I mean, I think a lot of artists we talk to and musicians like have some kind of Piscean energy. It's just, or Leo energy. Like there's the performer aspect of it. And then there's the ethereal, like, channel aspect of it. Yeah. And you guys are channels, you know, it's like anyone who like has that Piscean energy can almost tap in from whatever's above. And like it for you, it's like, okay, it goes into words, it goes into music, it goes into paper. So to be able to have the Virgo to help almost like it's a funnel. Structure it. It's like a funnel. It's like, ooh, it's all floating above. And then it's like, okay, here we go. We're going to write it, put it on paper and make it a little bit more accessible. Yeah. So that it's not like I was saying with the Mercury and Pisces people that I know, sometimes garbly goop. It's like, what are you even saying? Like there's
because it's just all,
it's all like
tangible. Yeah,
exactly.
To weight it down.
But you're tangible. Like, so that's the beautiful thing about Virgo. I know that they get a bad rap, and there are a lot of Virgos out there that are really difficult, but I also think they can be beautiful, and being able to structure it like that is good.
For sure. And like, come on, you know, Beyonce.
Oh yeah. She's a beautiful Virgo.
You
Also,
know
they're
what
like
I mean?
physically beautiful too. They're like
Yes,
the
just like put
priestess.
together, honey.
They are like
it's
pure. Like there is not
nothing
a hair
out of place.
Exactly. They're gorgeous.
Yeah.
So being able to have that Virgo purity and what you're doing is amazing. But it is interesting. So you kind of have a similar thing as Candace, where it's like you've got that moon right on your ascendant in the 12th house, and that is all boundaryless as well.
Cool.
And luckily you do have it in Virgo, so it does help a bit. But I could see being on the ascendant, it almost like it does make it hard. What is me? What is them? Like that thing we were kind of talking about a little bit. Is that hard for you too?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've always been super sensitive.
Yeah.
But my household, I was in a household of Sagittariuses and Scorpios, so.
Well, guess what? Your 4th house is ruled by Sag.
Screaming.
Which is like,
Oh, that's home.
so that's home.
That's
like I was
crazy.
saying, yours was Cancer, and you were saying how Cancerian your dad was. When you were
Yeah,
saying
my mom is a Sag.
right, and when you were talking about the Peter Pan syndrome thing, I was like, that is big
Gotta be
4th
Sag.
house. That is Sag energy if I've ever heard it.
Yeah.
And like, so your home there was playfulness, there was all that like expansive fun, So, anyways, not to cut you off, but it just made me think of it.
So much fun, but also just like a lot of emotions, a lot of sometimes like volatile, baby. So
yeah.
My interior world had to sort of be enhanced because I was just very shy. I'd go to my room and like figure out a way to. I didn't have a lot of words. I would have to figure out different ways to express myself, and I think now as I've gotten older, as I still am so affected
By others.
by other people.
Yeah.
I've tried my best, but like I've tried my best to not be that. At the same time, though, it's very important to me to remain soft.
Yeah.
So that's also been sort of a conundrum. Right now, I feel like I'm in a cocoon sort of space, and it is hard for me to put myself out there just on a personal level, just because
You're sensitive.
Just feel super sensitive.
Yeah, I get that, and it is hard. I think with your balance of the energy, it's like the Capricorn part is closed off. It's very closed off, and because you do have this sensitivity, look at that. You've got like Neptune pretty close to your sun right there. And so, I mean, it's not like exactly a conjunction, but it is like in the same house. It's in the same world.
Yeah.
So that makes you even more sensitive. And so it's like, okay, you're feeling all these emotions. You're feeling all these things from different people. And then what does a Capricorn do? They kind of shut down.
Yeah.
They kind of shut off. They're like, I'm going
inside. Yeah.
I'm going inside. I don't want to be connected with other people right now, which is, I think you have to take care of yourself, but at the same time, you are going in a direction of that 7th house in Pisces, like you're going in Scorpio, both water. But in your way, it's almost like, as scary as it is, embracing the sensitivity, embracing your feelings and everything that comes up.
I think what I've tried to do, since I do know that it is a pretty common reaction when I do feel hypersensitive to go interior, is that I do try to sift through it and like go through it so that I can bring it back out when I am ready to engage again, which again is why the art and
the creativity
yes. And why I feel like it makes sense that the North Node is Pisces, because I do go into this like dream sort of space, especially when I'm hurt. I reach up to figure it out,
right?
So that I can communicate.
Yeah, and music is the best way to do it. That's like your outlet. So it does make sense that it's like there's all these feelings and stuff, and then if you can like work through it and put it on paper and send it outward into that way, and doing it in connection with other people, because it's 7th house and with people you trust. Obviously, with you guys, it's like that's healing in itself, because you're a healer. Like Pisces energy is a healing energy. And so it's like your feelings, your emotions, your experiences being put out into the world could heal and help someone else. And that's important.
Yeah, I
That's
think so.
art. Yeah.
I think about the song Dreamer, because that was written in such an intense part of my life emotionally, where I felt like I didn't really have access to music or to lyrics or anything.
Yeah.
And so I would like sit there and I just would like play the guitar, I'd, like make these like little loops. I would just sit there and just drift off. And literally one day I made this loop, and that song just sort of came to me, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
And like finally I was able to put to words sort of this very confusing and new pain that I've been feeling around the idea of boundless love, et cetera, et cetera. And
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And you can hear it in the songs, you know, it's like you can hear all this feeling and emotion and connection. And like, that's what makes your music so beautiful, is you have your own individual voices, but also together, those harmonies you guys do. And I love Find Me. I mean, I know I said that before, but it really is so, I heard it and I was like, oh, I got chills, because it was just, you could hear just the beautiful connection of both of you guys, but also your individual beauty in, you know, what you were singing about. So it's like, as painful as it is to be so sensitive, it's a beautiful thing too, because like the world is, a lot of people don't allow that sensitivity, and your music is allowing people to tap into their own levels of sensitivity and just grace and love and all of it. So it's beautiful what you guys are doing. I love it. It's so gorgeous. Hi, guys. I just wanted to take a pause outside of the episode to give everyone a little bit of a break from what we're talking about. I know that all this information is a lot to absorb, but I hope you're enjoying it. And if you would like to learn more about astrology or any other information with it, you can go to my website, LiliRoseAstrology.com. Enjoy the episode. Now, I do want to talk about a little bit about your charts together, because I did do a synastry chart. So essentially what I did was, I have the two charts, obviously, with your birth times and stuff. And then I put those two charts together to kind of see how the charts line up and to see how your relationship lines up. Obviously, there's a lot of karmic connection between you two. I mean, there is just a lot, like 12th house energy, 4th house energy, 8th house energy talks a lot about like past lives, karma, things like that. Wow. And you guys have a lot of that energy, especially in the 12th and especially in the 8th house. Now, there's so much beautiful stuff. There's also certain volatile things in the charts together. But I mean, again, any relationship is incredibly complex, but it's interesting. Like, so looking at, so Brittany's chart is on the outer wheel, if that makes sense. Okay. And then Candace's is on the inner wheel. So you can see like Brittany's Pluto in Scorpio is hitting, let's see, Brittany, is essentially hitting, is hitting Candace's North Node in Scorpio. So Pluto in Scorpio is conjunct almost on Candace's North Node in Scorpio, which is an incredibly powerful connection, especially because the North Node is all about the direction that you're going in life, you know? And so we're talking about partnership, we're talking about unity, connection, and Brittany's energy is a very strong conduit for you in terms of like helping you evolve into what you're doing and who you want to be and stuff. But you're also bringing a lot of softness and emotional connection to Brittany too. It's like you're helping her open up in a certain way, and she's helping you open up in a certain way and advocate for yourself as well. And there's just so much energy like that. So Brittany's Mercury is conjunct Candace's Uranus. It's talking about how you both help each other with creativity, imagination, ideas. Because again, Mercury is all about the mind, and Uranus is all about innovation and creativity and like thoughts and ideas. So it's like together, you guys are creating amazing ideas.
Cool.
And I mean, really, it's like there's so much there. The two Venuses are conjunct. You can see that. Yeah. And that's what's so interesting. And I do kind of want to talk about where your relationship's at now, because obviously you guys have been in a romantic relationship, a working relationship. There's a lot here to show that you work very well together. Romantically, there's a lot here that show you're very connected. But with both those Venus, both of you guys having Venus in Aquarius, that to me would say that there's also a aspect in the relationship that isn't traditional, that is not by the book. That does not, it goes its own way. It's out of the box. Mm-hmm. And it can be different than maybe other people would expect. And so I'm curious in terms of how have you guys, first of all, how have you guys worked with the personal relationship and the working relationship? Has that ever been in conflict with each other?
And it's been a whole process.
Right. And how are you guys at now? Are you still in a romantic relationship together? Are you kind of in a different type of relationship with each other? Like, where are you guys at now relationship wise?
I think we're in a space of fluidity.
Yeah.
I think in the past, we've kind of been more in a traditional sense of partnership. And
like monogamous together.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'll speak for myself. I know that for me, my ideas on love are just more abstracted than that, And
like big picture. Like it's not.
Yeah, it's more abstracted than that. I also, as I said before, like I don't like to deny love when it comes.
Yeah.
And so I feel like Candace and I are navigating that truth and figuring out where we lie in that
feeling. Yeah. Well, with Venus and Aquarius, I could see that being more abstract about love in general, which is, again, there's all these different emotions at play. You got the Pisces thing, which is all about devotional love, all about like romantic love, being like, oh my God, I want to be obsessed with you, But then there's that like Venus and Aquarius that's like, we don't really have to do what's like the traditional form of love. We can do it our own way. We don't have to follow any book. Like, so how does that, it seems like for you, Brittany, you're able to separate those two things out a little bit. Is that easy for you, Candace, to kind of
It definitely has not been easy for me.
Right.
I think with my, traditional upbringing, my parents have been married for like 35 years, 37 years now.
Wow.
So I think, I'm obsessed with books and like this mating for life.
Yeah.
Like
we're meant to be together forever.
If you're a dragon, guys, I die.
We die together.
Yeah.
So I think, and Brittany is my first and greatest love.
Yeah.
And I think I was of that mindset of like, to fall in love this way means
it's
that
forever.
It looks this way
and
it feels this way and that will be it forever, and like this commitment to each other is unbreakable and da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And I think because Brittany loved me so much, she allowed that for so long at an expense of her own truth. And I think that's one of the ways in which I talk about, like, I can be so selfish. Like, I think I overlooked her in what she needed for a very long time. I get emotional thinking about this. It's not even that I'm sad. It's
it's an adjustment.
It's a journey.
I get it. Yeah.
I think even tears for me. Like I think it's part of the Pisces Mercury.
Yeah.
Like
Water just comes out.
The more vulnerable I am, the more the water
relationships are. Yeah, it's very vulnerable. Totally.
Yeah, but I think it's important to speak on stuff like this because especially in our generation, our lives aren't like our parents' lives.
Right.
Like we
Yeah.
aren't
It's
buying.
not structured
yeah.
the same way.
No.
Like,
We're
we
not
can't expect
able
it to look like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, for the longest I thought I'd be with a man. Like even like the idea of having children now is so different. Like how much it costs or how it goes about.
Yeah.
Like, so I think as I've gotten older and as I've matured in this love and we faced the things that we faced, as difficult as it is for me and as much as I've had to look at every step like, okay, I've been super duper selfish, but I don't want to do anything at the expense of what I want and need, and learning how to communicate those wants and needs. I think for a long time I was messing up and like, okay, I've gotten what I've wanted for so long, and the way to show love is to like just
Not
give
say
Brittany,
anything.
whatever it
like
is
imbalance
she,
on the other end. Yeah.
And I think what I have learned about love and what you've shown me so deeply is like the truest love can hear opposing needs and make room for it. Like,
Yeah.
love is compromise and like it is shifting and I'm not crying because I'm sad. I think it's so beautiful.
Yeah,
No, you're just, it's evolving.
Yeah,
You're evolving. It's hard.
And I had to learn how to talk about, because I didn't want to lose her for so long. It was like, I have to make this work because I am committed to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think the more I've learned how to talk, it's like you can still complain or say you're not getting enough or say that this doesn't feel good, and it doesn't mean you lose this person. It means that they have more information on how to love you.
Oh, totally.
And we can love ourselves and each other so much more healthily the more we communicate, honestly.
Big
And
piece.
It
Yeah.
needs to needs to happen.
Yeah.
And I think it deepens the relationship. Like, I think more than ever, I just trust that we will be together and love each other forever because of how committed we are to.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I feel like that's also where the Venus in Aquarius is because like as non-linear as we are, there's commitment there. Like, I know, like, I'm gonna love you forever. I know who you are to me. As much as it may shape shift or look like whatever to people, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I know that I'm there. I know that you are there. And however this journey unfolds, I know that I can trust in that. You know, as messy or whatever it may become.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's where the Aquarius really shines. You know?
Yeah. And trusting that commitment.
Yeah.
I think it's like I was saying earlier, like I think it's that Scorpio piece, like with trust, like always being so ready to feel betrayed or misunderstood and I think that has been such a disservice to me in so many of my relationships. And I think my biggest lesson and everyday example of like the free fall of just trusting the people who say that they love you to love you and to accept how that looks, even though it might not be like this like projected expectation, to let that flow and to receive what is right in front of you instead of like projecting
the fantasy.
Yeah.
I think people can relate to that. I mean, I relate to what you guys are saying. I think me and my boyfriend can relate. You know, it's like love is so many different forms.
Yeah.
And truthfully, there's people that are married for, 40 years. And the truth is like there may not be really love as much there, but they are traditional and they know that they could
committed to each other.
Exactly. But commitment doesn't equal love. I mean, making a choice in terms of choosing someone, choosing to give them love, respect them, all these things, that is love.
Yes.
But in terms of like kind of having this like almost like a fence around your relationship, being like it's just us or whatever, that doesn't always equal love.
Yeah, no.
So I think a lot of people can relate to what you're saying, Candace, because I think I can. because I think that like for the Pisces person, it's like there is this fantasy of what love looks like.
Yeah.
And it is the movies, it is the books, it is like me and this person are going to be together forever, and that's what they're going to say at our wedding.
Yeah.
But the truth is,
and like they don't have room for anyone else.
Exactly.
Like, because they see me, they don't see anything else. They're not open to anything else. And I think I know in my hearts of hearts that that's not fair. You know, like I don't want to be the reason why Brittany doesn't get to experience something beautiful.
And that's true love.
You know,
I
like,
mean, that's true.
That's how I feel. I feel like if there's trust enough there, both people can have their identities and autonomy, hopefully, you know?
Yeah, to still have love, but also live their own independent life.
Yes.
And that's very Venus and Aquarius. And the fact that you both have that is so amazing to me. And the fact that it's like right there on top of each other shows that there is a world where you both can live in that space. And yes, you're going to get there differently.
Yeah.
Like you are different people. So like it may not be the same journey for you getting there as it is for Brittany getting there, but it doesn't mean that you can't find that balance and still have an amazing, incredible partnership. Seventh house, Scorpio, Pisces, love and trust and just like connection. So you can have both things.
Yeah.
You can have autonomy and independence and do your own thing and also have that trust and love.
Yeah.
So it's pretty amazing. I just think what you guys just talked about was beautiful. I think people can relate to both of you guys and what you were saying about love and everything. And that's just gorgeous. So thank you for being so vulnerable and just open in this conversation. I know that's hard to talk about relationships and the journey of how we get to where we want to be and the differences and how we come together, and it's hard. So I just appreciate you guys being so open about it.
I feel like that's like the point of Mermaid a lot of the time. This is to talk through like transformations, transitions.
And that's so scorpionic.
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah, transformation.
I think we all need it. Like our generation, we've been sold this like dream that is not our reality.
Yeah, we
like,
have to shift.
We have to shift.
And be open to it. Like
and see what happens. We're in the Aquarian age. All these planets are moving to Aquarius. Pluto just moved into Aquarius. So it's like we're kind of in a different time.
Yeah.
And we can't expect the same things that our parents had, like you said at the beginning. Like we're different. And that's okay.
I think we're better for it.
I think so too. We're more evolved.
We have to evolve. We literally have to.
We have to, or else our society will not be okay. Like we have to.
Yeah.
So that's amazing. And thank you guys again just for everything, being so open, having this conversation. I'm so curious, what song are you guys going to play for us today?
I think we're going to do Find Me.
That's such a beautiful
Where it
song.
all began.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I can't wait to hear it. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
And we'll be listening to Find Me by Mermaid.
Find me in your silence. Find me where I'm hiding. Counter my soul, call out to me, challenge my heart. Tell all you know, and I will carry the weight of your heart. Meet me somewhere deep in your mind. Meet me someplace bathed in moonlight. Stay for tonight, my life. Stay for tonight. Stay for tonight. Stay for tonight. Stay for tonight. Stay for tonight.
somewhere deep in your eyes. Meet me someplace bathed in moonlight, my light. Stay for tonight, for tonight. Stay for tonight. Truly, deeply, souls intertwined, ever chasing a love so
Thanks so much for listening to this episode. Remember, all of our charts are uploaded to our Instagram, and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at AstroLyrical_pod. And we have a YouTube now as well. So make sure to like, subscribe, and tell all your friends, and please comment. We love to hear all your thoughts. This podcast is recorded by John Neisen, produced by Juliana Hartman and Danielle Marascalchi, and hosted by me, Liana Bassior. Thanks and goodbye.